Thank you very much, Steph, and good afternoon, everyone. I have a travel announcement for you and a heads up, and then we will be done. My glasses, sorry. The President of the General Assembly will travel to Portugal for an official visit starting on 21st June. Ms. María Fernanda Espinosa has been invited by the Government of Portugal to take part in the World Conference of Ministers responsible for Youth 2019 and the Youth Forum Lisboa plus 21. This event will take place in Lisbon from 21st to 23rd June. The PJ will speak at the opening ceremony to highlight one of her 7 priorities, youth, peace and security, and the overall theme of her presidency, making the United Nations relevant to all people, global leadership, and shared responsibilities for peaceful, equitable, and sustainable societies. Mrs. Espinosa will hold bilateral meetings with Portuguese authorities and youth leaders on themes such as strengthening of multilateralism, refugees, climate action, and ocean issues, including her global campaign against plastic pollution. We will bring more details on the PJ's agenda in Portugal in the coming days. Mrs. Espinosa's travel to Lisbon comes after the conclusion of her trip to China on 20th June, tomorrow. Earlier today, Mrs. Espinosa visited Chinese companies which are investing in clean energy to reduce CO2 emissions as part of the country's efforts to tackle climate change. And next Thursday, 27th June, the PJ will hold a press conference here at 11 a.m. Mrs. Espinosa will deliver short opening remarks and take your questions. The press conference will be webcast and posted on our YouTube channel, United Nations GA73, afterwards. We look forward to your questions and this interaction with you on 27th June, 11 a.m., here in the press briefing room. And this is all from us today. Do you have anything else? Stefano, how are you?
With the follow-up on what we were talking before with Stefan about the Khashoggi affair, the UN report. So is there is any reaction from the President of the General Assembly? And does she has an idea who should lead the investigation now on this issue?
Sure. The PJ has learned with deep concern of the results of these findings in the report on the death of journalist Mr. Jamal Khashoggi. You may remember, Stefano, that the PJ had called immediately after his killing was confirmed. She called for a thorough, an urgent, a transparent investigation into the circumstances of his killing. So she subsequently, as you may remember, also during the correspondence dinner, she said that no crime should go unpunished or uninvestigated. That's the expression she used, uninvestigated. So that's we stand. She stands actually by that, and what she said before remains about the thorough, urgent, and independent investigation. Ahmad, I have to say before, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
We were following your plane on Facebook.
Follow up on the Khashoggi thing. Earlier, the spokesperson for the Secretary General said that the Secretary General needs a mandate from an intergovernmental body, Security Council. Does the PGA intends to bring this issue into the GA plenary meeting to seek a resolution from the General Assembly, or does it need member states to submit something? What is the exact procedure from that? What kind of proactive position can the PGA or role play in this issue?
Well, first of all, as we heard, I think, by Stéphane Dujarric, the recommendations made by Ms. Calamards are very clear. And I think Stefan gave a very good explanation on how that works. I'm not here to speak on behalf of the Secretary General, but we understood from what he said before. When you speak about resolution in the General Assembly, that exists already. And I'm quoting on resolution 3/72, 35/35, revised 1, which talks about the safety of journalists and the issue of impunity. So it is here, actually. It is there online.
Can this be used as a foundation or an authority for the Secretary General to conduct an independent investigation?
I think this is a decision, you are spot on, that member states have to make. It's their call. Towards the end of this resolution, you see it's actually online. There is actually a request for following up. And I think the General Assembly has talked about this issue. You know, I think one of the PJ has been delivering very powerful statements, and one of them was actually on 3rd of May, on the World Press Freedom Day, where she noted that, according to the UNESCO Observatory, last year, 99 journalists were killed, 99. And towards the end of her speech, she said the following, and I quote, "If you don't like what you see, our response should be to address the issues, not shoot the messenger." And I think that summarizes what is her stance and her position on this. Stefano.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. It's a follow-up because there is an important aspect I understand is in the report of the UN. They say practically, in the recommendation, if I understand, there is also that the Saudi Arabia government should stop any investigation that has at the moment, criminal investigation where they arrested also people in Saudi Arabia, because being under this report accused of being behind the high level, being responsible of the killing, the credibility of this investigation and the credibility that the people, and what the people have been arrested of, is started to be a concern, is another kind of concern. I don't know if it's explained that. So my question is, specific question is, what is the position in this case of I asked before Stefan about the Secretary General. He responded, no, is to the Saudi government decide what investigation wants to do. So does the President of the General Assembly thinks the same thing at this point after this report?
I think her position is clear. What she said when the killing was confirmed, and she stands by it, there should be an urgent, and we are now 8 months after the confirmation of this killing, a thorough and an independent investigation. Okay, if you don't have anything else, I would say thank you so much for your patience today. Evelyn, I had an impression you had something. You didn't, no? I was just looking at you. Thank you. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Okay.